Hey guys, today I'm going to cook a beef tri-tip roast on my little Weber Q gas grill. So let's get queuing. I have a 3.23 pound untrimmed beef tri-tip roast here. I paid $3.99 a pound for this. This was $12.98. I live in Northern California, so tri-tip is pretty plentiful around here. So that is a pretty good price. This one is untrimmed. So there might be a lot of fat on the back side. That's usually the case. Now see, there's a pretty good amount of fat there. I'm just going to take a knife and just trim some of that off of there, and then we'll get it seasoned up. That is all the fat I trimmed off of it. You don't have to do that. I've cooked it with all the fat on it, but since I'm doing this on my gas grill, I don't want it to flame up too much. So now I'm just rubbing the outside with some of this avocado oil that will help the rub stick, but also my grill has cast iron grates, and sometimes the meat tends to stick to those cast iron grates a little bit, so that will help prevent that, hopefully. And for rub, I'm going to use this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning. This has dehydrated butter in it. I used this on steak a couple of times and I thought it was pretty good, so just use it on this tri-tip. My grill has been preheating for about 10 minutes. The temperature reads about 350 degrees on this thermometer here, so let's go ahead and get the tri-tip on there now. Alright, that's pretty hot. I think what I'll do is let it cook for 10 minutes on that side with the lid down, and then I'll flip it over. It's been about 10 minutes. I have the grill turned all the way up to high, and it's running 400 degrees right now. So let's open it up and see how this looks. Okay, it looks pretty good here. I'm going to turn it over. Alright, now let's put the lid back down, and I want to cook this to an internal temperature of about 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. I just shoot for about 130 to 135. It's been about 10 minutes on that side now. The grill's still running at about 400 degrees. So let's see what the internal temperature of this is now. It's about 121 right there. And let's see, only about 91 right there. So I think what I'll do is turn it over again. So it's been on here a total of 20 minutes, 10 minutes on each side. Now let's turn it that way for now and let it cook a little bit longer. I'm just going to maybe keep turning it about every 5 minutes until the internal temperature gets to about 130 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. This has been on here for 35 minutes now, and I've been checking it and turning it over about every 3 or 4 minutes. So let's see what the internal temperature is now. 122. Actually, it's 129 right there, so almost 130. And this spot, it's about 126, 127. So that will keep cooking a little bit after I take it off. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that off right there and get it off of there. Then we'll let it rest a little bit and try it out. This has been resting for about 15 minutes or so, and it looks pretty juicy. Looks like the grain of the meat runs that way, so you want to cut across the grain. So we'll just cut into it right there and see how she looks. Well, looks pretty good. Maybe not quite as rare as I wanted it, but it does look juicy, so I'll just slice off a piece here and we will try it out. All right, here we go. Well, it's juicy, has good flavor, it's fairly tender. I'm pretty happy with that. Probably could have pulled it off a tad bit sooner, but I'm pretty happy with it. Guess we better see what Annie, the taste test dog, thinks. Want to try some tri-tip, Annie? There you go. Well, you swallowed that right down. I think that's Annie approved. So that turned out pretty good. Had a nice crust on the outside. It was pretty juicy on the inside. So what I did there is I had the grill on high and I let it cook for 10 minutes on one side, then I flipped it 10 minutes on the other side. Then after that I just started flipping it about every 3 or 4 minutes and checking the internal temperature till it got to about 130 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, it's going to vary according to where you check it, but I went for about 130 degrees Fahrenheit, and like I said, I probably could have pulled it off a little bit sooner, but all in all, it turned out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. It was on the grill about 35 minutes total, but it'll vary according to your grill and, you know, the size of your piece of meat. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys.